I have had a complaint from a member of police staff.
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself on me?
Yes, certainly. My name's Sergeant 1789 Pope. I'm the duty sergeant on today. Got no issue with your video. That said, I'd ask you not to video inside there, members of police staff. If your actions cause alarm, harassment, distress to them, you may commit an offence. Okay,
right. Well, just so you know, that is a public area, okay, and I'm well within my rights to be in there and filming.
Sir, okay. Sir, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying if your actions cause alarm, harassment, distress.
Okay.
Members of the sir, you listen.
As an officer, okay,
no, please
you
listen.
can't
Sir,
be alarmed and distressed.
Actually, we can.
No, you cannot. You need to look at case law, and you will actually see that you cannot be alarmed and distressed right in your actual officer's
that's the
duty.
Case of RV Oram. That's not in relation to what we're doing now. I'm talking about police staff, not police officers.
Okay.
Sir, I'm talking about police staff, not police officers.
A sergeant tries to bend the rules by telling Plod that filming inside the station might count as harassment or cause alarm if it upsets police staff. It's not a strong argument, and Plod quickly pushes back. Police officers can't claim harassment just for being recorded while doing their job. So the sergeant shifts the focus to civilian staff, as if that changes things. But it doesn't. Even though staff members aren't sworn officers, they still work in a policing environment and serve the public. Since they're in a public-facing role, the bar for what counts as harassment should be higher, not lower, than for a regular person on the street. If simply filming staff in a police station could be called harassment, it would make it nearly impossible for the public to hold any part of the police service accountable.
But if they don't want, if the members of staff cause alarm, harassment, and distress, I'm telling you now that may be an offence.
I'm allowed to film anything I can see from public.
I'm not saying that you
okay. So if I film them, if I film them and I'm in public, okay, then I'm doing nothing unlawful. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, correct.
Right, so if you cause alarm, harassment, and distress through your actions, okay, then you commit an offence on Section 5 of the Public Order Act.
Section 5? Okay, so have you got a member of the public that's a complainant?
I'm not saying that you've done that yet, and I'm not saying, I'm just advising you. I've got no problem with you videoing here.
Well, have you got a member of the public that's a complainant?
Well, police staff
is not a member of the public. No, they are not. Not when they're actually working.
They are?
Not when they're working, sir. You need to actually justify that. They are police staff and they're in an officer's duty.
When Plod calmly explains that filming in public isn't against the law, the sergeant tries to push back using a familiar pressure tactic. Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986. He warns that if Plod's filming causes anyone harassment, alarm, or distress, it could be considered an offense. At first, it sounds serious, but that's not how the law actually works. Section 5 only applies if someone is being threatening, abusive, or behaving disorderly. Quietly filming through a doorway doesn't come close to meeting that standard. The sergeant's warning seems more about making someone uncomfortable seem like a crime. Courts have been clear on this. Simply feeling annoyed or uneasy isn't enough. There has to be real disruptive behavior involved. And in this case, Plod was just standing in a public space, filming quietly. That's not illegal, no matter how much the sergeant insists it is. If filming alone counted as a crime under Section 5, then every journalist, photographer, or tourist with a camera could be arrested. That's clearly not how the law is meant to work.
So you need to actually rectify that.
So I would ask you, very politely, okay, not to video the staff. If you want to video us, that's fine. You're more than happy to do so.
No, I will video the staff if they're actually in the
if I do get a complaint, so then you may be dealt with under that matter, okay?
Well,
and that's it. That's the end of it.
Just remember, it will be completely unlawful. It will be completely unlawful. Okay, but also, can I just mention to you as well, can you tell me why you didn't actually tell me that you put your body camera on, sir?
Okay. I apologise for that. My body camera's on. Is there a reason why you didn't tell me you were videoing me?
I don't need to. Okay, under your actual code of ethics.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. So yeah, go on. Under my code of ethics.
Under your code of ethics, under section 3.5, okay, you're meant
3.5 what?
3.5 of your code of ethics.
Sir, there's no such thing as 3.5.
Yes, there is, sir. You need to actually look at it, okay? It actually states that a member of the public must be informed at the first possible moment when you actually turn your body camera on.
When Plod notices that the sergeant's body-worn camera is recording, he asks a reasonable question. Why didn't you tell me you were filming? It's a fair point, Police officers are expected to be upfront when they start recording the public. The sergeant's response? Why didn't you tell me you were filming? It misses the mark completely. The difference is simple. Regular people don't have any obligation to announce when they're recording. Police officers, on the other hand, are held to professional standards that do require them to be transparent. Plod doesn't let it slide. He points out that officers are expected to follow the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, where openness is a key principle. The sergeant tries to deny it, saying there's no such thing. But that just doesn't hold up. The rules are clear. Officers must be honest and open when they record, because that footage becomes part of official policing and can be used as evidence.
Okay, now you had ample opportunity in which to actually tell me.
Can you sway?
Okay,
Stop
and
talking
you did
for a
not.
second.
No, please don't talk to me that way.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a card.
To me in that manner.
Sir, I'm going to give you a card with my details on so you can make a complaint that I didn't inform
don't worry,
you
I will be.
that I had my body one video.
I will be. Don't worry about that.
I didn't. I was more concerned with your actions at the time. But
what, my actions? What, filming in public?
Well, no, what you're trying to
filming
do...
in public,
No,
sir.
what you're trying to do is just bait police officers and other people.
That's a presumption, okay? What you got to remember, a presumption, okay, that's your own personal presumption, sir.
I'll give you my details.
Okay, your own personal presumption. And your own personal presumption is not law.
I'm just advising you.
Okay?
If you watch the video
your
in public,
presumption
you're
is
more than
not
welcome.
law.
No, it's not.
Okay? So just
I never
remember
said
that.
It was.
Okay?
So
don't tell me that I'm trying to bait police officers.
You are?
No, I would have gladly have had a nice conversation with you, sir, if you would have approached me in a different manner.
You were never intending that at all.
Really?
Really? You're doing this specifically because
sir,
you're
making another presumption again.
I've come out to speak
How have
to
you made it
because
as
I've
a
had
sergeant?
complaint.
How have you made it as a sergeant when
There
you
you go.
make so many presumptions, okay? You've made 3 different presumptions.
This is where the sergeant's behavior really stands out. Instead of sticking to the facts, he relied on assumptions, repeating that Plod was only there to provoke officers. But that's not evidence. It's just personal opinion, and it has no place in proper policing. The truth is simple. Plod was filming in public, which is completely legal. Nothing more, nothing less. A sergeant's job isn't to guess motives or throw out accusations. It's to uphold the law fairly. By labeling Plod's audit as baiting, the sergeant was essentially admitting there was no actual violation. So rather than address the situation with facts, he tried to undermine the person with the camera instead.
Now, if that was the case, I can make a presumption on you and say, right, you're in uniform, okay? Are you telling me that you're going to murder someone next? Okay? Is that what it is? Okay, so I can make a presumption, okay, on you, okay, and this is only using it as an example. So are you telling me then that you would actually murder someone else, would you, sir? Don't do that, you prick!
What are you doing?
You're such a prick! Okay? No, you deliberately push that to try and push me over. Okay? And don't make it look like you weren't.
Please don't shout at me in the inquiry.
I'm not shouting, sir.
Are you here for a legitimate reason?
Okay?
Are you here for a legitimate reason?
Well, what I'm here to see, okay, I will go and see.
Are you here for a legitimate reason?
Yes, I am here for a legitimate reason.
Do you need to speak to someone? Would you like to tell me what that is?
Okay.
And I'll get an officer to
Not
come
you,
speak to you.
it's your actual inspector I would like to see.
He's not here at the moment, but I can give you the details on how you can contact him.
Yep, if you could. Okay, because that was completely out of order.
If you contact 101...
No, I'm not doing it via 101, okay? I will actually do it in here.
They'll take the details for you.
And that I will do.
Okay.
Okay, but you are absolutely out of order for what you just done. Don't make it look like you didn't do anything.
That's
it's all on camera. No, was it hell? Was it hell?
This is the point where the sergeant completely lost control. As he walked back into the station through the revolving door, Plod followed behind. Instead of simply moving on, the sergeant suddenly forced the door to a stop, slamming the panel into Plod. That wasn't some mistake. It was frustration turning physical. A senior officer using a door against someone lawfully filming outside is about as petty and unprofessional as it gets. When Plod called him out, the sergeant flatly denied it. But the video tells the truth. It's obvious the move was deliberate. Not a matter of bad timing. That single act of spite ended up backfiring. Once the clip was entered as evidence in a lawsuit, there was no way to spin it or explain it away. Watch through to the end to see how it plays out.
You absolutely talk out your arse.
Sir, if you keep swearing at me and you keep being abusive, then I will ask you to leave the station.
Ask
Sir,
if not
I'm going to
swearing.
ask you to leave the station if you carry on trying to
Can you tell
behave
me?
in this
Can
manner.
you tell me whether or not that is swearing or not? Ask is not swearing.
You're shouting at me.
I'm
You're
not
shouting.
I'm not
at me.
shouting.
You are.
I'm
So
not
if you
shouting.
want to make your complaint, there's the inquiry office.
I'm not shouting.
I'm more than happy to do so. If you have no legitimate reason to be here, I will
I have
ask
a
you to leave.
legitimate reason. Okay.
What's your legitimate reason?
Well, I'm waiting
sir?
for you to go, and then I'll go in there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Because you are absolutely out of order.
Sir, there's no point following me in.
I'm not following you in through that door. I'm not following you in
Sir,
through that door.
go sit
No,
down there,
I want
please.
you to go, and then I'll carry on with my business.
Okay.
And I've already told you that 3 times. As soon as you go, I will carry on with my business.
You're just being argumentative unnecessarily.
No, you tried to push me over.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's all on camera, so don't worry about it.
It's all on camera.
Yep, and I will be getting a copy of those.
I'm sure you will, sir. You have a nice
Okay.
day. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Thankfully, in his update video, Plod revealed the outcome of the case and exactly what's happening to the sergeant.
Just a quick thing for you, just to give you a quick update on this, is you've got this sergeant here at Poole Police Station where you'll hear him make a number of different presumptions about myself and so on and so forth, and then we go into the building. He goes through the actual turnstile door in front of me, he pushes it really fast, the door behind me slams into the back of me, and then he tries to act like nothing actually happened, and from their own camera footage it's actually come out, yep, okay, it was full on assault is what it actually was, because it was deliberately done, and basically they've offered £1,250 which has been declined. I'm not interested in that, and basically yep, so we're going to push through and actually hopefully get this type of copper that should not be on our streets in the UK or anywhere else, and hopefully go from there.
In his update, Plod explained that the whole incident was captured on the station's own cameras, and it wasn't brushed off as an accident. It was recorded as an assault because the sergeant's actions were clearly deliberate. When faced with this, the police force tried to make it go away quietly, offering Plod $250 to settle. He turned it down. For him, this isn't about money, it's about holding a senior officer accountable. If the case goes to trial, the compensation could climb to $5,000, $15,000, or even more, depending on the court's ruling. But the real risk isn't financial. A court judgment would be public, officially labeling the sergeant's actions as unlawful, and that could trigger serious disciplinary measures, demotion, loss of rank, or even dismissal. For someone in a leadership role, it could be career-ending. Looking back at the encounter, the failures are obvious. The sergeant tried to intimidate Plod with false claims about harassment laws. He dismissed professional standards when challenged. He leaned on assumptions instead of facts, accusing Plod of only being there to provoke officers. And finally, he crossed the line with that reckless move at the revolving door. What could have been a routine interaction turned into a recorded assault inside a police station. Once that was caught on tape, the case was never going to disappear. This whole episode is a reminder of what happens when a senior officer abandons training and lets ego take over. In the end, the sergeant didn't just mishandle the situation, he set the stage for his own downfall. From false legal claims to a physical outburst, he showed exactly how not to handle the public. And because Plod refused to settle, those failures will now be tested in court. That's it for today's video. If you found this coverage useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me keep bringing you independent updates. Also, make sure to check out Plod's channel, linked in the description. Go show him some support. Thanks for watching.